Hey everyone, welcome back to another speed build. So I had been really busy in real life for a couple days, so I was like, let me just do a quick apartment renovation. This will be easy to do, easy to edit. I'll have a nice simple video to upload in one day. Yeah, this was none of that. I decided to tackle the two-story apartment in the land grab building in San Martino, however you say it, whatever. I have never done one of these luxury apartments in The Sims before, and oh my god, I don't know if I will ever do one again. Figuring out this floor plan, like, first of all, the exterior walls of this apartment are just, they're a lot. They're a lot. There are a lot of corners that seem unnecessary. They're all medium wall height, which I hate. So yeah, this was not quick. It was not easy, and on top of that, I ended up getting sick. So this build took me nearly 3 days to do, just because I would start doing it and then I would not feel so great, so I'd stop. And it is a pack limited build, and I forgot what packs I was using when I started doing the second floor. So I'm missing any Parenthood items on the second floor, but there is some on the first floor. So if you don't have Parenthood and you want to download this apartment off the gallery, not a big deal because I'm sure there's only one or two items. I don't even know which ones. But yeah, if you've never downloaded an apartment off the gallery before, you will have to download one floor at a time and then add the walls back in where the doors are, because the gallery doesn't recognize apartments. You have to upload them as a room. But like I said, it does go in the land grab building. You can see the address on the upper left hand corner. And I wanted to make this obviously a luxury apartment. It is huge. And I went with definitely an ultra modern feel. Everything is black, white, gray, silver, you know, that like very modern, like almost trying too hard modern. I'm not really sure how many Sims can fit in this. Well, I mean, obviously there's a limit, but in my mind, I thought two parents, a teenager, a child, or two children and a toddler, but you can obviously fit 8 Sims in this house. It is huge. There are 4 bedrooms plus a spa room, which can easily be changed. And I did put the 8 chairs at the dining table because I feel like apartments on this style will just do it because they can. There's also that full bar area. I did not clutter up this build too much because I feel like in modern builds or modern homes, there is not a lot of clutter, but I did do these shelves in the kitchen area. I can't remember what pack they came with, but they're really oddly shaped and they don't fit many items very well, but I liked the look of them, especially when I spaced them all apart on this back wall here. So I did put clutter on these, but that is pretty much it for the build when it comes to clutter. I just put a little bit in each bedroom, like you'll see when we get upstairs, but there's really not a lot. It's very open and clean feeling. Not surgically clean, but still very clean. They obviously pay someone to come in and clean and dust and all that. They may even hire a cook. Like, this family is just very well off. I don't know what business I was planning to have the parents do. Maybe like a doctor, or do we have a lawyer career in Sims 4? I don't even know. Yeah, I have no idea. So maybe a doctor or like an astronaut, because that definitely would afford them this apartment. Um, but I did have fun doing the kitchen area, like working out what stuff would go on these shelves. Like, I really enjoyed doing this. I just played around with a bunch of different items. You'll notice that there are a bunch of odd breaks in this build, like jumping from place to place, and that's just because it took me so long to do that. That's how I built it. I would bounce back and forth. My brain was definitely all scatterbrained. I don't know if you can still hear it in my voice. Like, it's just pure congestion. Allergies are so bad. But yeah, so that's why there are definite breaks in this build, and you'll see later on. Well, actually, no, I think I cut it out. But I had trouble with the second floor getting the floors to fit and then the walls to fit. And yeah, that's why I don't think I'll ever do a two-story apartment again, because there was just a glitch where it wasn't recognizing that the second floor was actually part of the apartment. So I had to like go in and redraw all the walls. I had to put down the flat square and like fill out the whole floor again. Um, when I get to the three children bedrooms, you'll see like jumps in time where furniture moves, because I just had to pretty much rebuild the whole layout and it moved a bunch of furniture around. So that's why. So I think I'm gonna stick to one floor apartments for a while. Um, but with the downstairs wallpaper, I went gaudy. It was one of those situations where like just because you can doesn't mean you should, but I thought that this family would. So I definitely went with that busy wallpaper and just a lot of pictures on the wall and the busy rugs. I thought it fit this feel, and I thought that this family might be, oh, this might be another career that they could have. They were definitely into music. There are really no other activity items in the house except for the musical instruments, so I thought that that was something that the whole family could come together and do. And I definitely used a lot of spa day and city living items in here because they definitely fit the feel of this apartment. And I like adding other plants into those giant pots. I think it just gives them like a unique look. So yeah, I had to size one of them up, but I still think the texture looked fine. And these funky lights, I believe they are from City Living. I like the look of them. I don't know what they're supposed to be. Like they almost look like the things you would find in caves, but I thought they looked cool, so I included them. And then the candles on the ground. I do that a lot. I know it's not realistic. I know that it would probably burn the house down, especially right under a plant, but I like how it looks in The Sims. And those things on the side of the TV, wow, words are hard today, sorry. They're actually wall lights, but I put them there because they looked like speakers to me. So I thought that was kind of unique, something different. I haven't done that before. So I also couldn't find any end tables that really fit in that spot without sizing them down. So those white square tables are actually they're from Get to Work. They're like utility carts. I think it comes with a medical career or science career or something like that. But I just turned them around so you couldn't see the handle, and the wheels are hidden because of where they are. So I thought that fit pretty nice. And of course, indoor waterfall, because why not? And I wasn't really sure what I wanted to do on this balcony. I know I didn't want like an eating area, but I did like the seating area. And it is a fully covered balcony because the second floor doesn't have one. So the couch is not a big deal to have outside. And then the kiddie pool, because like I said, there are toddlers in this build. If you hate playing with toddlers, like a lot of people do, you could always delete it and delete the toddler bed and add another child or teen or adult, whatever you please. When I started decorating the upstairs, I honestly had no idea what I wanted to do aside from the bedrooms. Initially, I had built this room here to be an office, and then I was like, wait, why not just give them an in-house spa? Because I've never built anything with any of this before. I've never even played with any of it before. So I thought that was a really cool touch. Obviously, something that someone who affords this apartment could afford. Maybe they have a masseuse come to the house every once in a while, or a yoga instructor. You know, one of those people. And that's no shade. If I could, I probably would. But I definitely like the idea of an in home spa. If I could have that again, I would. Heck yes. And so I think this apartment might be one that I end up playing in as well because, like I said, I've never played with any of the spa day stuff and I'm kind of curious. I think it would be fun to do, I don't know, almost like some sort of challenge, like maybe career challenge, something like that, or just have fun with some extra rich family. I'm not sure, but this is a house that I think I would enjoy playing, or not house, apartment, but it's one I could see myself playing in. The floor plan is relatively easy to follow, and there is enough stuff in the house for your Sims to do. I added that bubble machine that came with City Living. I'm not sure if it needs the chairs around it or not. I've only played with it once and I believe that they needed chairs, but I'm honestly not too sure. So I added those chairs in just in case. if they don't need them, Sims will autonomously just sit on them to talk anyhow, so whatever. And there's only, oh no, there ends up being two computers in this house, but there's only one family computer, and then the second one I put in the teenager's room, um, which is kind of odd for a family of this level. Usually I would put a computer probably in every bedroom, but yeah, I decided to cut back on those. I think this family is, even though they are living the life of luxury, probably enjoy just spending time together. And like I said, they have that love for music that they all share. So I didn't imagine any of them really being into video gaming or anything like that. Like the computer is more of a necessity rather than a point of entertainment for this family. So I went ahead and decorated the spa area. I'm not sure if it will work with the fish tanks and the plants around it, but those are easily movable. I just really liked the look of it. I liked the look of the plants on top of the fish tanks as well, with all the varying heights. I thought it looked really cool. And I really like the plants that came with Spa Day. I think they have that, modern, sleek look to them. So yeah, I just really like how this turned out. And it added a little pop of color in the room as well, especially in the daytime because there's so many windows in this house. The house is just blindingly bright and everything just looks white and almost washed out, which is another reason I chose to go with the modern feel, because adding all this black definitely adds dimension to the build, like for sure. Those mirrors out back, they are mirrors behind the dresser, but I sort of viewed it as more of an art piece, which is why I added another mirror into the room, because I figured that that wouldn't be a real mirror. Like it's just a big art piece for them. And I have a hard time filling bedrooms of this size. Like what do you put in here? So that's why I ended up putting some gym equipment, and I put that it's like a faux fireplace. I thought it was a good fit for the room, for this family. And I didn't record me doing either of the bathrooms, but the master bedroom does have an ensuite bathroom with a separate room for the toilet. And then there's a second bathroom. This apartment only has two bathrooms. Don't know why. There should have been a third one on the bottom floor, but I completely spaced on that. But the second bathroom is open to that living area, landing area on the second floor, and it also has a separate toilet room. So like someone could go in and use the bathroom and someone else could go in and like brush their teeth or something. I just thought that was something that people who live in this style apartment would probably appreciate. I've seen it a lot in like Zillow listings and stuff like that. People usually do this. This is where you're going to see a bunch of time jumps because, like that one, because I had trouble with the game recognizing that I was putting flooring and wallpaper into the actual apartment, so I had to pretty much redo the whole thing. But it is what it is. I think I know what I did wrong, so hopefully I won't ever do it again, but can't guarantee that. So this room here is the teenager's room, and I figured that they probably took after their parent. They're very clean, organized, so I didn't clutter too much. They're probably going to end up going into the fashion career, so I do add some stuff on the walls to reflect that. But their room is very pristine, like all the books around. I figured they're very studious, they're very, success driven. They want to do good in school. That was the personality I imagined for this sim. I imagined it being a female sim, but obviously it doesn't have to be. That's just what I went with. I do add some of these framed portraits. I just thought it added a nice feel in the room. And then I do this trick that I've done a couple times before where I layer the clothes into the closet to give it more color. But here is where I add some pictures that sort of reflect that she's probably going to go into the fashion career, or at least that's a big interest for her. So I had some trouble figuring out if I should put a picture between the bed frame, like behind the bed. I ended up doing one later, but you won't see that until later. And then just some little clutter on top of the wardrobe. I put these blinds on the windows, figuring they would be the kind that like you push a button and they automatically close all the way to the floor. I just thought it added some touch because these windows just made huge blank wall spaces. This is where I went back and added some more fun things to the toddler room. I did a little reorganizing. Not sure if this would be a boy or girl toddler. You could do whatever you like. I kept it very colorful. Originally, I had planned to just do pastels, but then I just ended up going with color. I thought that looked good. And this is the children's room. I thought maybe they would be twins, either two boys or one boy and one girl. Both of them are very into space and science, so I tried to include that in the pictures in the wall, and I put that two-seater table in there so that they could do their homework in their room. Added some, like I said, some space and science themed posters on their wall because we don't have many like interest for kids to be into, but I figured when they age up, they could be into that or go into that career. But that is it for this build. I hope you liked it. The floor plan pictures are at the end if you're interested, and I will see you next time. Bye!